Okay, it's telling me I'm live again, and oh, hang on, I can see a little green thing at the bottom there, which means my microphone appears to be picking up some noise. For the people who tried to watch the other one, there was no sound. Thank you very much for shouting out sound. I honestly thought I was like, you going, sound, he's online. That's how aware I was of my little microphone thing not being turned on there. Weirdly, I have no idea how to even turn the microphone on or off, other than press the button which has a little microphone thing on it, but that wasn't pressed. I don't know how you turn off the microphone without doing that on YouTube. All I really know is it wasn't working and I couldn't figure out how. So I did that wonderful high-tech thing that everyone does these days of going, turning it off and turning it on again. And now it's working and you can hear me and see me and like it might actually work this time. So yay. Right, I'm gonna get back to what I was saying before. There's a lot of stuff this week. And when I say a lot of stuff, I mean mainly comic books. There is some graphic novels and some manga. I'll get to those in a second. Even a couple of action figures. But for the most part, it's a comic book heavy week. And that means if you are one of the people who turns up every week, hi, and actually grabs your stuff from us, or every month will grab stuff from us, if you haven't been for a while, please come in and pick some stuff up. Yes, I've actually had to cancel some people's orders. I hate doing it, especially because at a time when people might actually not be able to come in or might have some money. But I'm actually pretty damn understanding if people get in contact with me and explain their situation. I'll do my best to make sure that they can still get what they need. But if I go months without hearing from somebody and I'm drastically running out of space, which is the issue right now, then I'm going to have to start trimming some people away. I don't like doing it though. So please, 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 if you have a lot of stuff, I'll say a lot of stuff. I don't mean if you get 2 things a month and you haven't been in for 3 weeks. That's fine. That's perfectly normal, acceptable, even non during pandemic times. I'm talking about the people who are down for, let's say, every single X-Men title and haven't been in for 5 months. That's the kind of stuff where I get a bit panicked. Like, if you only get 2 titles and you haven't been in for 3 months, then I might start getting a tiny bit worried. But for the most part, I'm actually pretty easygoing. If you feel in your heart of hearts, yes, we have sound, that you have a lot to collect, you can get in contact with me. It doesn't have to be like you have to drag yourself down here. We have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and now YouTube. So just get in contact online, email us, call us, whatever. Let us know the situation and we will help you out as much as we possibly can. It could be that we have to put your stuff on hold so we don't order extra new things in for you until we get some money or get some stuff cleared and sorted out. But worst, that'll be like the worst will happen. But if you don't get in contact with us at all, I put your comic books on the sale and cancel your orders, and then that's it. And chances are, if you come and try and get your order started again, the fact that I had to do that won't go very well in your favour, and you may end up having to pay stuff in advance rather than just be able to collect them as and when you want. Right, that's all done with now. Let's get on with some cool stuff that's come in today. Let's start with the manga, because way more manga than I'm used to getting. Feels like a lot of stuff just kind of piled up and arrived at the same time. Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V, apparently. I totally forgot that Yu-Gi-Oh! Was still a thing. We kind of order them because people get them for the cards inside there, but there you go. Demon Slayer, that one is reasonably popular. Spin-off from My Hero Academia, the Vigilantes. Not as popular as the main series, but then we do have the main series in, so that's okay. Food Wars, for that one dude who always gets Food Wars. Black Clover, because it's one that people do ask about. And a bit more Dragon Ball Super. Just the current issues of all of those. I don't think there's anything on back order. So that's all the manga we've got in this week. Let me shift those out of the way. I'm not going to end up having something bad happen to them. Action figures now. A couple of these. We did this last week with the mixture of Star Wars and G.I. Joe, and there's a guy going, yes, those are for me. I wonder who these G.I. Joe ones are for. Yeah. He's got a certain taste of things that you like. So let's pile them up there with his other G.I. Joes and stuff, shall we? New things are we have a new Cyberpunk 27 action figure in. I think we've got the female playable character one due in soon, but this is another of the characters that's in the world, much like Morgan Blackhand. Or Silverhand, should I say. Johnny Silverhand. Morgan Blackhand, quite different. Don't know where that one came from. That's actually the guy who sells all the guns. Now we have some graphic novels and trade paperbacks and other such things. Some of these are back order. They're going to go straight out on the shelf. Some of them are for people. Some of them are just new items. Paul got an itchy nose. First off, though, Victory Point. One of those cool odd ones that I do like the look of, but I honestly can't remember if I ordered it for anyone. If that's yours, give me a shout. This one we've had in repeatedly. This is the first spare one we've got in. Now, it might not stay spare, so you might message me like in the next 5 minutes and say, hey, I've been waiting for that, in which case we can stick it under there. But please let us know, because otherwise it will go and it will sell quickly. Brand new Flash Trade. The ongoing for that. Oh, it's that again. Yes, it keeps coming in, it keeps selling out. It's amazing, though. If you're not reading it, you should. It's probably the best John Constantine in years. In fact, it is. I'm going to say probably it's been 10 years since I've read a Hellblazer and enjoyed as much as that. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. simply going for the longest title of a comic book ever. The new Doom Patrol. Gerard Way still not exactly rushing these out, but they're pretty good. Am I going for the John Constantine look? No, my trench coat is in the wash. See, I don't own a trench coat per se. What I do own is an RAF Footman's great coat, which is kind of nice. Green Lantern Earth 1 Volume 2 hardcover. Fairly sure this has been ordered for somebody. I seem to remember getting an email about that. Dark Multiverse hardcover collection. Lots of stuff in there. This is a gentleman who I think was looking at some of the more recent ones coming out and was wondering what he'd missed, so I've got that in for him. Superman Earth 1 Volume 2 paperback. That's another that has been ordered for somebody. Ouch, just give myself a paper cut. That's going to be fun later. Batman Year 1 deluxe softcover, which is definitely going straight out on the shelf. We always sell Batman Year 1. It's brilliant. This is one of the Black Label ones. It's been ordered for somebody. They came in specifically asking for it. It's getting posted out later on today. A couple of new bits now. First off, the new 2000 AD for that due to you're going to be reading Heavy number 2. As soon as it arrives, I really am going to be reading it. I absolutely loved the first issue of it. Any spare Power Rangers Turtles? I'm not writing out the title. Strange that. There is a guy who's asked for that, but he doesn't necessarily turn up every week. So I'll basically get in contact with him and hopefully be able to get an extra one for you. For stuff like those collections, we tend to, except in some very rare circumstances, we only order one of anything when they come in. For Power Rangers Turtles, we definitely ordered one because we had a whole bunch that never sold from the shelf. I think maybe out of the 10 copies, because like 5 issues or 2 of each, we only sold 3 in store. Don't mind admitting, the rest of them, because it turns out the rest of the world really loved Power Rangers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. When they hadn't sold in store, I stuck them on eBay and made way more than I would have done in store. So unfortunately, I have to order stuff based on what I think will sell. The fact that I've ordered a copy of that after having quite bad sales was a bit of a risk anyway, but it's nice to know people like it. So I will happily order an extra one for Mr. Booth. Battle of Britain special, one of the Rebellion things they do every once in a while. One of these has been spoken for. Maybe the second one might go quickly as well, though, because there is a 2000 AD gentleman who likes a lot of those. Was that for Battle? The Battle of Britain special. Yeah, no worries. I say only one person's ordered it. I actually just get 2 of them in because there's people who like a lot of 2080 Rebellion kind of stuff, including the guy who gets the Just Dread magazine, supposed to be in last week. He's very, very patient and hardly ever has a go at me when Diamond Comics doesn't send stuff on time. He's really good like that. I suppose it kind of sucks for him a little bit because it's a British-made thing, and we end up getting it from a US importer. And it really sucks. Actually, really cheap. Sorry, Leprechaun 31. It's not actually like crazy cheap. That's the normal price for a comic book. Yes, British better than US. But it's weird that if you order it from a UK wholesaler, what they do is import from America, and if stuff goes wrong, they still have to wait for them. And I'm not being entirely sure why. It's kind of hard to explain that the stuff his local newsagent can get quicker. We can't. I mean, I understand that he gets it from us because he's an old friend of mine and he's doing his best to support the store. That's great. But I do feel bad sometimes, so I'm sorry about that, Doc. Right. Anyway, that's notwithstanding. What I was saying, yes, really cheap. No, £3.30 is just our regular cost of a $4 comic book. It basically is £2.50 if it's $2.99, £3.30 if it's $3.99, £4.10 if it's $4.99, and it goes up and up. And we basically do our best to keep prices down. Prices do seem to be on the rise at the moment, but what we do is we kind of eat a little bit of the rise into our profits just to try and stay competitive, because we know there's like a whole bunch of other places you guys can get comic books from, and God, you will support local. Right, anyway, as I was saying, on to comic books. There's quite a few here, so I'm going to go through them. Message if you have any questions. Other than that, I'm just going to run through them because a lot of these are like taken. I'm going to start off straight away by saying Action Comics with the variant. This is one that has been order spares off. We're so far into the run now that it's just we're only getting if people specifically ask for it, otherwise they sit on the shelf. Alien original screenplay number 2. We think everyone who wanted number 1 has got theirs by now. There might even be a spare, in fact. Angel and Spike, which used to just be Angel. Again, this is one we only order for people, but I will say Boom Studios actually has some pretty good adaptations at the moment. Archangel 8, the last one of this one from AWA Upshot. Keep an eye on AWA. They are putting out some really impressive. Bad Mother particularly has been fantastic. Hotel is one of the best horror comics I've read in a while, and I'm still waiting for, but looking forward to Grendel, Kentucky. New one from Vault, Nightfall Vault, which is a horror imprint, I believe, Autumnal. Now, perfect time for this one coming out. I've been thinking for the past few days that I'm looking forward to things going a little bit autumnal and the leaves browning and all that kind of thing. I was liking the fact that I can take my dog out for a walk in just shirts instead of a jacket. But that does look very, very cool. I like the look of that one. I'll be giving that one a read myself later on. This is one of those things that people only really down, with one exception. It's only because it's a Joker War thing, but Batgirl and variant. Batman Superman, I do apologize. We are too shy on this one. Our supplier has been notified about it. We should get it on the way next week. Batman Superman. I'm actually going to give both of these to the guy who gets to regular and variant because it's easier than mixing stuff up. Everyone else, you will be getting yours next week. I do apologize. Black Magic by Greg Rucka is back in for people who want to get that. Blade Runner 2019, which the amount of people who go, isn't that in the past? It's, yeah, also in a world that doesn't exist. So, yeah. New one here from Heavy Metal. We actually sold a load of Heavy Metal a while ago, but then Grant Morrison stopped being involved, and it's now down just that one dude. But I do occasionally try out some of the slightly odder stuff that they do. This one I'm mainly going for, because I like Bisley's artwork. He does know how to use a color palette very, very effectively, so I might be checking that one out myself later. Captain America is going on just doing his thing, wearing an Iron Patriot suit there just for a laugh. This is a back order. We ended up being a bit shy of the Catwoman a while ago, so we've got those in for you. For Conan fans, we're still carrying on with the Serpent Crown stuff here. I think it's the last one of that. This is one for me because I've been looking forward to it for a while. The bull looking thing on the cover there, very, very apt. Cosplay America. Yeah, true enough. But yeah, if you haven't been reading Daredevil, you really, really should. This is one of those things that for the first time in a while, it's like it's become the thing I'm really looking forward to when it arrives. Zdarsky is actually doing not just an absolutely brilliant superhero comic book, he's also doing some rather excellent social commentary, which is unusual to see in a Marvel comic book. Next, we've got some Darth Vader. What's odd about this one is, okay, a very, very serious question, DC or Marvel. Honestly, it depends what you want out of life. For the most part, Marvel is big and shiny and full of explosions and excitement and crossovers and everyone hanging out together. DC tends to be, for me at least, a little bit more story focused. The crossovers happen because they need to happen rather than because it's going to sell more comic books. I mean, I guess that's a marketing decision rather than a storytelling decision, but I actually read probably about an even amount of both. Batman vs. Avengers. Marvel Squirrel Golden is Marvel X-23. Yeah, Batwoman would have been great, but there's been some problems with the writers on that one. Batgirl, we literally have one person getting it. Wonder Woman is never going to sell as well as Batman and Superman. It does seem to be that way for most things, but Marvel seem to, at this point in time, have more, what's what I'm looking for? They have more belief in what they're doing with their kind of representation stuff than DC do. And that's a problem that goes back quite a way, unfortunately. DC definitely try really hard, but it never really does much. Anyway, what I was saying, yes, Darth Vader. That's the regular cover, which I ordered like one extra off because somebody added onto their list. Apparently, the rest of my order is the variant cover. Don't know why. Just, it's weird. They always occasionally just do this. It's a cool variant cover, but it's not one of the rare ones, so if anyone wants it, it's there. Right, next up, Dark Knight's Death Metal Speed Metal, because it's totally advertised that people my age, you like heavy metal. To be honest, these have been quite good fun. I wouldn't mind giving it a bit more of a try at some point, but there's so much going on with the death metal stuff that too much for me to get into. Like I say, when Marvel do their crossovers, they're huge. That one at least is kind of self-contained. There's a 6-issue miniseries and a bunch of spin-offs, but it's not that bad. Doctor Doom. Actually, I'd forgotten this one was a thing. It's been a long time since we've had a Doctor Doom in. Dryad, one of the only press small ones that's there for somebody. This is back-ordered for somebody's Empire X-Men issue 1. Also back-ordered because we still keep getting Empire stuff in. Number 5, this is the second printing of issue 5. I do apologise for having missed the number 5. It's been selling so quick that I could not get your first printing, but we'll get that sorted out. Engine Ward by the rather excellent George Mann. I've been thoroughly enjoying that. I was about to stick 2 minutes. Right, okay, and here we have, speaking of the Exoswords, I actually might have to start putting all these together instead of alphabetically, but Excalibur, and we're going to have some more Exosword stuff as it's coming up. As I say, it might be easier in the future for you to pile all these together so I can sort them out quicker. Fantastic Four spin-off, Antithesis by Wade. Some people, well, one particular individual wasn't too fussed about that one because doesn't like that particular design on the thing. He ended up changing his mind, but you know, it's all good. Flash and variant. Although, you know what? That Flash cover looks very, very cool, very classic kind of stuff, no argument there. But that is a cooler cover. I like the minimalist look on that one. That's the one that jumped out at me. If I was going to pick one, I'd pick that one. Flash's Pog. I'm sorry, this is obviously some kind of youth thing that I'm not really down with anymore because I'm an old man. George R. R. Martin's Game of Thrones comic book. I always get that in for the one dude who likes it. Gideon Falls, which I think is wrapping up fairly soon, but it has been well done. The God End, the Virgin Brides. I read issue 1 of this one on, like, kind of off-putted by how brutal and nasty it was, but it's still a very, very good read. Next up, this one I think might not quite be tied into Decks of Swords just yet. Hellions. I'd actually totally forgot. This is one that I think the original order for it came in quite some time ago by a reasonably small press company. But Hotline Miami, that game where you just run around murdering people, like hardly any other video game ever. But I do like the look again of a nice cover on that one. Internal artwork doesn't look as impressive, but I'm certainly going to look forward to giving it a go. Next, we're on to the Hulk section, which usually is just, you know, Al Ewing doing Immortal Hulk. As you can see by the stack of stuff I picked out here, slightly different. Because we have Al Ewing's Immortal Hulk issue 0, Al Ewing's Immortal Hulk issue 37, which is the regular ongoing one, and then Al Ewing's Immortal She-Hulk issue 1. So, yeah. Sorry, kind of bear shot. There we go. If you're a Hulk fan, we have got you covered today. It also means you're going to spend a lot of money. So, yeah. Right, I'm just going to move things slightly so I can get to the second box slightly easier. Don't worry. I'm not, like, totally vanishing or anything. I'm just moving stuff around. Just trying not to stand on manga, which I put out there earlier. Okay, on with the Marvel stuff, because again, there's a lot more Marvel this week than there usually is. Immortal She-Hulk interests me, not sold in that cover. To be honest, it's not the best cover. Can't really argue with that one, but Al Ewing's work on the regular Immortal Hulk has been fantastic. So it's the kind of thing I'm certainly going to read it, but again, I'm probably going to get the trade, like if they do them all together, if I'm going to own it myself. New Iron Man, though. Depressingly, I thought this was going to be a wraparound cover. It's not. But it's still a nice one. And it's been a while since there's been a good issue 1 of a Marvel comic book. I'm kind of looking forward to giving it a try and hoping that something might actually jump out at me. In my best of the year list so far, this hasn't been any Marvel stuff, which is a shame. Oh, good, we have got all 5 copies of that. Panic there. Juggernaut has also started again. You may notice at the top of all these, we've got the Chadwick Boseman thing going, which is kind of cool that they've done that one. Obviously, not just a marketing decision trying to make people like them. They obviously really, really like him. Justice League Dark, for the person who gets Justice League Dark. Wakanda Forever. I'm not going to do the Wakanda Forever thing because you can't really see it, and plus, I feel kind of weird as a white guy doing that. Probably shouldn't. Probably just embrace it and go for it. But it's a horrible thing where in my head I feel like I'm about to do the accent, and that's even worse. So let's just pretend I never said that. Marvel Snapshots, X-Men. Now, there's been a bit of confusion over this one. I've had a whole bunch of people ask me, can I have the Marvel Snapshots Cyclops? And we only get stuff that goes like a couple months ahead. So when people are asking for the Cyclops one, I've been thinking, okay, maybe that's something they've seen in a preview, like an advanced thing that I haven't noticed yet. That's cool. I'll order it when it comes in. And then this arrived with Cyclops on the cover. And I've been like, oh dear. Maybe they wanted this one, but hadn't asked for the X-Men one, asked for the Cyclops one. So if I've got spares, I'll do my best, but I do apologize. Delphic Okami. I think I know who that is. I'm trying to remember everyone by their actual usernames. And there we go. Now I know exactly who it is. Nomen Omen, carrying on from Image Comics. Sandman Books of Magic, which again is almost going to be done soon. The Sandman universe stuff is getting wrapped up. Here's one that I've been particularly looking forward to because I never got mine when it first came out because I sold every copy of it. We've got Shadow Service. I've ordered 2 copies. Not sure which one I'm going to go for yet, but the cover B is kind of calling out to me a little bit more. So I might have a spare one of that. But there's a reason why I'm slightly more excited, because number 2 has arrived as well. Those 2 are spoken for. And hey, look, the cover B actually also looks very, very cool. So I think I may have made that decision. I'll be going for the cover Bs for myself. But we'll wait and see, because obviously I don't want to steal them if anyone else wants them. Shazam, which I, again, keep forgetting it's still actually out there. Skulldigger and Skeleton Boy, basically it's a Black Hammer kind of thing that Jeff Lemire does. It's one of those odd little things that he's done a whole bunch of Black Hammer like universe crossover things, and it's apparently creating his entire own comic book universe. One dude gets it from me, so I don't really know that much about it. Sonic the Hedgehog, which unsurprisingly, when I saw that cover, isn't a Transformers crossover. Who'd have thunk it? IDW doing something which isn't a Transformers crossover. Probably another big Marvel releases at the moment. The Amazing Spider-Man: Sins of Norman Osborn. People have been waiting for this one. It's a chunky one as well, so that's going to be good. Speaking of Spider-Man, we also have what I've been referred to as Spider-Brams, the Spider-Man by J.J. Abrams, and Spider-Man Noir, which I really should be reading. I just kind of love the Spider-Man Noir idea. And something else is going to be happy. Another Spider-Woman. It's your week. Star Wars, we have Bounty Hunters and regular Star Wars. We actually have spares of these because, as I said, I've had to cancel some of these Star Wars orders, so they're not getting those anymore. Suicide Squad, which I keep thinking is cancelled, but apparently isn't. For people who missed out, we have Thor number 6. It's a second printing because there was no first printings left. Surprisingly, Thor's been huge at the moment. This one does have a wraparound cover, which is pretty cool for a second print. It's nice when they do stuff like that. I did order an extra couple of this one, so we should be fine for Thor number 7 for the people who've added that on. And that is a quite evocative cover. Quite like the look of that one. For anyone who was down for Umbrella Academy, we have undamaged copies come in. Look, see, nothing wrong with the corners there at all. So I'm going to swap those out for you later on, and then just flog the damaged ones off cheap. The Unkindness of Ravens issue 1, which does it very, very cool. Disappointingly, there was supposed to be a Thank You One Per Store variant of this cover that's never turned up for us, so that's a bit of a shame. Yesing over Umbrella Academy, was that? Right, bunch of Vampirella stuff now, including Vengeance Vampirella with variants and Vampirella Red Sonja. There's just a pile of Vampirella there for the people to get it. Dynamite just go way out on the variant covers, and it takes loads of space. Wicked Things from Boom Studios, nice little creator and thing there. James Tynion also going the creator owned. Yeah, you've got a lot this week. Wind carrying on his thing there. These have been quite cool. Right, now we get to more X-Men stuff. X-Men 12, which doesn't have the X of Swords thing on there. I actually thought this was tying into it. I'm going to have to double check my numbering on this one. But that, again, is a quite fucking cool cover. I keep swearing. Do apologise. But that is a very cool cover. I like the little beastie thing down there. Feels more like a horror cover than anything else, which is excellent. Add into that the actual giant size X-Men Storm, which is one of those that, like, when the giant size X-Men started, I had like this many people. Well, let me turn around. I had that many people down for it, but they've been coming out and everyone's been liking them, and now it's that much. And I still don't think I know that that's everyone. I'll throw whatever I want, young man. And then finally, because this is a big thing, but that's it. X of Swords Creation, part 1 of 22. That's how many people get X of Swords Creation from us. It's not quite our most best-selling Marvel thing. I did the maths on this one. And, well, our most popular Marvel title at the moment, beating both X-Men and Amazing Spider-Man, is Warhammer 40,000. I actually had to double-check it to make sure I wasn't messing around, but yeah. 22 issues makes it third. Yeah, admittedly, there's a lot of Empire stuff that was out there that was spinning off and tied into it. At least X of Swords is literally just being like, here is just X of Swords. And it's way easier for people to follow that way. You don't have spin-offs, side stories, tie-ins, as well as a maxi or a mini and a prelude and a prologue, and in fact an aftermath and something else for Empire, which was made it all over the place. This is just X of Swords Creation, then all the X-Men stuff that's coming out is tied into it, and then it's going to finish. a hell of a lot easier for me to actually handle as a comic book store owner, and hopefully a hell of a lot easier for people to read the comic books. Right, that was a very, very long video. Like I said, there was a lot of comic books, but also you guys are chatty today. Not a complaint. I actually quite enjoy it. It gives me something to do because I've got to tell you, Tuesday's usually a pretty quiet day when I don't get many people coming in. So yeah. That is me done though, because I actually have to now go and do some work, get all this sorted out. Invoices will start going out tomorrow morning. If you're in today, bear in mind that the stuff that I'm sorting out that you cannot have, or this stuff is not for sale until tomorrow. Even the stuff that was actually supposed to be out last week, because all UK stores got it delayed, it means they're all picking it up now. Also, I'll pick it up next week, tomorrow. Right, that is me all done. So I'm going to end this live stream and I'm going to get some work done. Hope you all have a good day. Bye.